Hey, it's Lindsey Dacey with Century 21, and I am sitting here with Charlie Chedester. Hey, Charlie.
Good morning.
It is National Mortgage Professional Month, so again, I just wanted to bring on one of my preferred lenders and get to know Charlie a little bit better. So I don't know what's coming up in this video. I'm just going to warn everybody. So
could be tricky.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about who is Charlie Chedester.
You bet. Well, I used to say I was one of the tallest lenders in town, but then I brought Kyle on.
Right.
Well, he's 6'10", so I have to come up with a new line.
Right.
But I've been doing this 18 years. I had my own place for 8, and I've been with Midwest Family just over 10, almost 11 here next month.
Wow.
So just 2 places. I've been doing it basically the same way the entire time, which we function like a broker, but we have our own money, so we get to function like a bank as well. So it's a good mix. But we take it more on the financial stability and confidence and trying to make sure everybody knows what they're doing, so when you get them excited with the house, then they're also still excited about their budget.
Yep.
And not getting scared.
Yep.
So yeah.
And you are living here in Des Moines.
Yep.
You've got a family. Tell us a little bit about your personal life.
You bet. I live on the west side of Des Moines proper, so just right by Waveland Golf Course. And wife Jen, and we've got our oldest is Emma. She's going to be a teenager here soon. A little nervous for that one. We've got Jack, that is 10, and Ben, that is 7, and we've got a dog, Cooper.
All right. And tell us a little bit about 2020. So it's been a little crazy.
It has been. It is. It's been a learning lesson. I know everybody's getting to have more technology savvy practice because we've had to, but it's not been bad. We've got an old 4-square house, so we've got our master bedroom up on 3rd floor, and we have a seating area, so I've got my desk up there. Thank heavens I can separate.
Because you're 100% working from home.
100% from home. Yep. We were phasing in and out of the office for doing some meetings and just having maybe 1 or 2 days a week, and we've had people at closings get COVID or other sicknesses, and it's like, all right, we're just playing it safe. Yep. We're so busy that it's trying to keep everybody healthy and not put anybody at risk we don't have to. So.
Nice. And if someone is wanting to reach out to you to start the pre-approval process or even a refi process, how do they connect with you? Are you meeting clients face-to-face?
Been doing a lot of FaceTime. It's a lot easier than Zoom. So if anybody has an iPhone, that works really nice. Yep. But Zoom's still fine. I've done some Skype. I don't see that as much. Yep. But I've been trying to do as much connection. A lot of phone calls, which we always did in the past anyway. Yep. I like to meet at least once in person, and we're starting to do a few of those. We're grab coffee, be outside.
Yep.
That weather might be tricky here soon.
Yes.
But yeah, it's mostly just going to be on technology connection.
Okay. And what would set you apart maybe from another lending institute, or I guess what do you pride yourself in with your clients?
You bet. So anybody can get your mortgage loan. You can go online and do it. There's a lot of places here in town, and for the most part, most of them are going to be okay. We just strive to be a lot better than okay. So we want to make sure, again, the financial confidence and the financial awareness. I mean, there's just so much. Most people don't like to budget their checkbook. They don't like to take or balance their checkbook. They don't like to take and look at anything other than that ATM, how much money do I have left in my bank? It's overwhelming, and so we find it's a lot easier if we can get over that hurdle and make it to where people can get more comfortable with their budgets, and that way you enjoy the home more. And a lot of times it opens up to where we can get things in better position, and you can buy a little more home and not be stressed. I don't like to see people overbuy, but I don't want to see you underbuy. Yep. So many people buy a small house, they want to phase out in 3 or 4 years, and we both get to take and deal with them again. We're great to see them, but it'd be nice if you could be 5 to 7 years or more, and just a lot more benefit, a lot more equity growth. But that finance piece in the budget, knowing where your credit's at, knowing where your monthly payments are, and finding a better way to arrange those doesn't take a lot of work. It just takes a little bit of time.
I know we've been working together. I think our first client has been in his house now 5 years. I think so.
We're getting older.
Yes, we're getting older.
I'm getting colored.
I'm getting wiser.
The same. You're getting wiser?
I'm getting wiser.
I'm getting grayer.
So it has been fun working with Charlie over the years, and I know one thing that you do specialize in is making sure that your clients are financially set for their first home, or if it's going to be moving up from their first home into their second home.
You bet.
So the process may look a little different working with Charlie, but you're really truly getting, and it's not just yourself, you have a team.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your sidekicks.
It has been it's been a growing last 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first started together, it was just me. I've had a great team just in the office. We all collaborate very nicely, but I've got Curvin, who's been with me, I think, a little over 4 years now. and he's basically everything for fulfillment. So once we get that application in and the purchase agreement, he's going to be working with the underwriting piece. I'm still all the borrower contact, but we have him manhandling all the paperwork, and then brought on Kyle a little over a year ago, and then recently brought on Carrie as an assistant, just doing some data entry and helping facilitate all the technology pieces now, since there's so much non-paper and a lot of digital. So the team has really grown nice, and everybody has the same focus. It's really devil's in the details, get all those pieces out and really get people comfortable. The talking. We have a hard time when people won't talk. They want to just click a question. There's a lot to be said about being able to see somebody and understand just empathy, know where they're at, and they may have had a bad experience with something, or they had a bad story from somebody else, and understanding where that comes from can really get better answers.
Yes, I would agree. And Charlie, to start the process with you from start to finish, what's the timeline looking like right now, a typical purchase?
A typical purchase, we still see people trying to do 30 days. I would say I'd like to ask 35 to 40 if it's a clean file. If there's any challenges and you've got a credit challenge or a seller condition challenge, 45 is very friendly. 30 is doable, but it does make this happen. But it just depends on what every person's doing. So if the buyers are very fluent, the sellers are fluent, if we don't have a lot going on like derecho and the appraisers are backed up, we've seen a lot of things come back to where 35 or 40 days is fair. Any challenging situations, a few more extra days, a week, sometimes very helpful.
So 60 days to be nice.
60 days honestly is wonderful. 45 is fine, but I mean 60 gives everybody time to negotiate. We've had a lot of people negotiating with the inspections, and just those are taking longer. And so they want to delay an appraisal.
Especially storm damage and
exactly. So and again, it's all just situation based. Whatever the situation calls for, and that's where we lean on you to let the buyers know and sellers know where it's at, and we just try to fulfill whatever we can.
Perfect. And if you got one tip out there for a home buyer or a homeowner that's looking to refi, what would your tip be?
Ask early, and that's a big thing with everything. If you can speak up and communicate early on, hey, I have an inkling of this question, or I might want to refi, or I might want to build, the sooner you can build that relationship with you and me or whomever you want to work with. You got to know, like, and trust people in our positions, and then we can be there to answer that question very quickly when it comes up. I had one last week where he wanted an answer. I need to hear back from you in 2 hours. And it was a refi. I'm like, well, it's Friday at 2. I've got people going to buy houses. They get priority. I'd love to help you, but I can't get back to you in 2 hours. That's just not a fair request. That, and I want to be out for my family a little bit. So early. Ask early, and you really will get better results.
That is great advice. So, and if you need to find Charlie, where would you be if you're not at the office or at home working or at a closing?
Golf course.
I knew that's what you were gonna
if you
say.
want to talk on the golf course, we need to have our own car. It'd be great. We could race. But no, that's, if I'm not going to be at home, golf course is the place to be.
All right. I would agree. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten as many rounds in as you this year.
I might have gotten a few in.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Charlie.
You bet.
And reach out to Charlie if you've got any questions regarding refinancing or purchasing your new home.
You bet. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah.